Hey guys, my name is Bidbrick Studios, and today we're going to be taking a look at my LEGO Transformers Dark of the Moon Sideswipe. As you can see in his vehicle mode, he's just it's one of those prototype cars. I forget the name of the actual car, but I remember that it never actually went into production, or at least this design. Yeah, this is based off of his appearance in Dark of the Moon, and partially inspired by, Clickbricks, I believe. He did a cool side swipe, and sorry if I'm crediting the wrong person, it was a while ago. But yeah, here he is in vehicle mode, and first of all, let's just take a look at how just short this vehicle mode is. I was really proud of how flat I managed to get this guy. The robot mode is extremely good, in my opinion. As you can see in the back, we got the 4 different exhaust things, tail lights. I did have a version of Sideswipe long ago that had much more detailed tail lights, but that never made it into a video because it was just terrible. Even originally with this guy, he was pretty bad. He didn't have that much detail. The legs were meh. The torso was meh. A lot of it was bad, so this is practically a version 3 for me, even though I've never made a video on any of the previous versions. I made one a long time ago that I didn't make a video on, and then there was the first version, or the second version, technically, which was pretty bad, which I redesigned into this. I'm really happy with the way this came out. You can see all the smooth detail. One genius part of engineering is these fenders. I really like the way those turned out. You can see the blue windshield. We got some studs on the side. You could get rid of the studs, but it will compromise stability and everything. Got wheels on it. These ones you can adjust downwards and stuff because it is on a slider to give it just enough clearance. And as I say all the time when I'm testing rolling, it does roll, except I have an uneven base here. Yeah. Pretty good. As you can see on the bottom, it's really complicated. Lots of detail all around. Really like the way the top turned out. The interior is kind of meh. I tried to get it so you could fit a minifigure, but I just gave up because that isn't happening at all. And I think that's about it. So let's get into size comparisons. Hoist, Grapple, Optimus Prime, and the Studio Series Sideswipe. So taking these two and comparing them, you can see all the detail I put in. Kinda sculpted in some seat pieces there. My version doesn't have all the small little curves and details on it, but I did try to capture most of those details. You can see from underneath, got the arms here are pointed up, legs there, though it's hard to distinguish. This one has the swords combine with the vehicle mode, and that helps minimize kibble. But for my version, the swords are separate pieces, and even with that, there isn't even that much kibble when you get into robot mode, despite the fact that I don't do the sword parts forming. It isn't really parts forming, it's more weapon storage, but yeah, that's about it for the vehicle mode. Now we can get into transformation. So first, just gonna wanna lift up the back here. I like to pull out these wheels, rotate them down, and then slide them. Those will keep them out of the way for now. Try not to pop them off though. You're gonna leave the arms down there, but you can pull them out if you want. You're gonna want to pull out the head again without pulling them apart. And just push that down. That will untab it from the legs. Again, without making them fall apart. I swear every time I like record one of these videos, they become 10 times more brittle and just fall apart a lot more, which is kind of annoying. So you're just going to want to slide this piece to the side, which will allow you to free up that. Rotate there. Rotate that as well. And slide that back. Slide the other side. Pull up. Hinge. Hinge up. And slide it back into place. Its windshield pieces will also hinge out of the way. Now you can just pull out the arms. That will allow you to separate the legs. Pull this head part up. And then you're going to want to fold this torso down, which can be a pain sometimes because it does collide with the arms in multiple places. I recommend for now just folding the arms up like that. Get that sorted out. Then we're going to want to lift up the camera. Then you can hinge that up, rotate, and then this wheel will hinge in. Just pulling that back so I can keep this whole torso together because it's full of weak connections. But it gets more secure once you fully complete the transformation. Again, hinge that up, rotate, and just fold that in. You're going to want to fold them back and pull out these arms. And these will be on a slider, and they can slide up. again, hinge out, slide up. Then this back plate will just fold into the torso. Gotta watch out because it does collide with the arms. It's just gonna fit right in between the shoulders. Alright. Then you're gonna wanna hinge one leg forward. That will give you the space to rotate this head around. And that will just go over top. Fold out his ears, ear plate thingies, and these little pieces will just keep that whole assembly in place. It doesn't really tab in. And now to deal with legs. Rotate it down like that. Straighten that out. Rotate the wheel around without popping it off. Slide it over. Rotate the leg. Rotate this panel. And just bring the wheel back like that, and then this plate will go forward to kind of form a foot so that he can actually stand without assistance. And then you're going to want to do the same thing on the other side. And just like that. And there you have Sideswipe in his robot mode. As you can see, he is pretty thin and small, which is just like in the movie. I feel like I concentrated a little too much kibble into these wings, but that also allows for an extremely clean back. You can see the detail in the chest. The chest was very inspired by click bricks. Really liked his Sideswipe, and that inspired mine a lot. See wheels up on the shoulders, those shouldn't be there. These parts hanging off. The head falling off. Again, why does it do this on camera? See, the head sculpt is pretty accurate. I really like the way all of the detail turned out. You can see on the legs, we got parts hanging off. Turn them around. See the front part of the windshield's just split up in the leg area. Pretty thin legs overall. You can get rid of these tiles or plates and just have him have wheel feet, but you can't stand him on his wheel feet without him falling over. So I like to keep those plates on. For weapons, he has his two blades, which just tab underneath the arms. And then you can get him into all sorts of poses with those. Speaking of poses, for articulation, he's got a full 360 at the head. You can look down, you can look not that far up. Got a lot of posability outward and up, down at the wings. You can adjust his torso slightly with the ball joints. Make it look a little more angular. ball jointed shoulders, but they are restricted a lot by the wings, which can just move out of the way. Go forward that far. Ratcheted elbow. Can go pretty far forward. Nothing at the wrists. Ball jointed waist, which allows for little bits of movement, but since the head is attached to the waist, you can't get a swivel. Legs can move forward that far. Back that far. Out, all on a ball joint. Ball jointed knee, which allows for a full swivel. Just under 90-degree bend. And if you count it, you got ankle posability. So overall, he is pretty posable, except a lot of the upper body is restricted by other pieces, which can make issues arise while posing him. Now, let's get into size comparisons. Hoist, grapple, prime, and the Studio Series Sideswipe. So you can see, I got to base a bit of the detail off of this figure here, which is a great figure, but I play with it way too much, and it gets a lot of chipping and stress marks in it. Kind of scares me, but yeah, there's the two. I just hit my lamp and it made a cool noise. I think that's about it. I've covered size comparison, articulation, detail. Yeah, that should be about it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I realize this is way longer than most of my other videos, and I have no clue why. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and today I'd like to announce that I'll be doing a voting system for my reviews. Instead of me just coming up with the ideas, I'll give you like 3 different options from Lego Transformers I already have built or other things, and you get to vote what I do a review on next. So today's options are number 1, custom painted Power Core Combiner Leadfoot into Mirage, or Lego Transformers G1 Megatron, or Lego Transformers 2007 Blackout. Make sure to leave a comment thinking which one I should do next, and I'll see you guys next time.